Joining us now is OjyOkpe with stories trending around the world. Hello, Oji.
Good morning,
How
Dr.
was your weekend?
How was your weekend? I had an eventful weekend, quite long, too many events. Good morning, Ayo. How are you this morning?
I'm doing very
Perfect.
well.
Great.
It was mixed, wasn't it? Yesterday was a bit somber.
Mixed feelings for me yesterday as well. And you did a brilliant job comparing the Herbert Wigwe, Chizi Wigwe, and Doreen Wigwe's remembrance. Good job.
Thank you.
Rufy on fire. Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm all right.
I particularly loved your interview. Now, you're international correspondent.
You like violence.
You've been traveling and been doing interviews.
You like violence.
We have to give you that name.
Wait,
listen, Rufai, you did a great job. Please, I really enjoyed that additional interview. My favorite part was when he talked about his wife.
Yes,
I mean, you know, of course, I'm going to take it and clip it up, and we're going to discuss it on What's Trending tomorrow.
And you know, it's very apt, Oji, for a man to acknowledge that 55% of his success in life is due to his wife.
Correct. She gave up her career and decided to back Dr. Abati. Are smiling too much.
No, talking about wives. You know that yesterday, even when Aig-Imoukhiede took the microphone, you know, there were two persons, apart from his friend and partner, who was being remembered about Wigwe. The first thing he first said was his wife. Yeah. That was the best decision he took to have found Ofewe and make me, you know, I'm married.
It's beautiful.
So,
Bone of my
wives
body.
are always very important.
Very, very
important. What can a man do without
Thank you, Dr.
without a wife? Which is why some people should marry. So that they too
I knew you were going there.
Can find a good thing.
Lesson 101. Rufy.
He who finds a wife
finds a good thing.
And obtains favor from the Lord. He who finds a good wife.
Waiting, Rufai. I want to dance. Your whole one bear party.
It will happen.
Well, all right.
A good wife will not a slave mama.
All right. So unfortunately, we're going to start What's Trending on a somber note. Well, good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin What's Trending by paying tribute to the late iconic banker, Herbert Wigwe, his wife, Doreen Wigwe, and their son, Chizi Wigwe, as the 9th of February marked the first year of their tragic death in a helicopter crash in Los Angeles, California. Dignitaries gathered at the Eko Hotel and Suits to honor their memory. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who was represented by the Minister of Finance in his tribute, said Herbert Wigwe was more than a banker. He was a builder of institutions, of dreams and people. The event began with an opening prayer and a video tribute from friends and well-wishers.
Your greatest legacy, whether as parents or as a sibling, is loving and making a family of 4 left behind who are so tremendous and who show the world that the Herbert Wigwe family was really special.
I believe that she would tell me that I'm balancing things well and that I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
I miss all of them, and you know, the world is empty without them.
My son Chizi, like sons who have very successful, strong fathers, would seek for somebody close to their father who they could have the conversations that perhaps they can't have with their father, but they feel is like having with their father. I think that's where our relationship started. And through that relationship, he became my friend. I call him my friend.
Knowing that their impact will never be forgotten and their legacy lives on.
Their legacy absolutely lives on. That was Chizi Wigwe who closed that beautiful tribute, the video tribute. And of course, you know, you could tell that she was there really representing her parents, and she was, you know, tough, resilient, and really just commendable to see how much she's grown within the year. Well, Herbert Wigwe's partner, Aig-Imoukhiede, who was the chief host of the night, gave an emotional tribute as he assumed the role of father to his partner's children.
Tochi, David, Hannah, Okachi, you are mine. Just just as Zoji, Aima, Morenike, and Renua were your dads. And I know that because your dad, your mom, Chizi, are not here, there are times when you must ask yourself, in all of it, will Uncle Aig and Teofoe and the rest of the crew always be there? Like your dad, like your mom, and Chizi always were. Don't worry. Even if on social media they say they saw me at PGD's party, it won't shake my resolve. I love you.
That was such a beautiful moment, guys. You know, I say, who he finds a good friend finds a treasure. I mean, it's not just that, you know, they were both partners, they were good friends, good business partners, and they had grown up, I mean, Aig-Imoukhiede and Herbert, loving each other, expressing their love publicly. And I am so glad to have seen that moment where he, you know, assumed the role of father to Herbert Wigwe's children. You were the compare at that event. I'd love your, you know, your experience. I'd like for you to share with our viewers what you experienced in that room, that moment. But before you go, you know, there was a dinner party, and during that dinner party, the chairman of This Day and Arise Media Group presented the late Herbert Wigwe with the, you know, the Lifetime Achievement Award. It was presented to his daughter right there, Chizi Wigwe, and of course accompanied by Pastor Ituan Egodalo.
To present the Lifetime Achievement Award to Dr. Herbert Wigwe, would like to welcome to the stage the chairman and editor-in-chief of This Day newspapers, Prince Nduka Obaigana, to present the Lifetime Achievement Award to Dr. Herbert Wigwe. And his daughter, Chizi Wigwe, will be receiving the award tonight on behalf of her father. Welcome to the stage, Chizi Wigwe.
Herbert Wigwe had a consequential life. So it's a privilege working with my friend Pastor Itwa to give our Lifetime Award for a life of consequential service to Herbert Wigwe. A round of applause, please.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. It's such an honor to receive this award on behalf of my father. I grew up taking the This Day style out of his newspapers every Sunday, so I'm very honored to be receiving this on behalf of him and on behalf of my family. Thank you so much.
A round of applause for Chizi Wigwe. Thank you very much. You all have a great evening.
Over to you,
All right, thanks a lot, Oji. It was truly a very emotional night, despite the fact that 365 days had gone past, and perhaps most people in the room had more time to process their emotions and thoughts. Last year, there were no words. People couldn't even express themselves. But this year, there was enough time to have thoughts reflected on the relationship. So the quality of the tribute in terms of people coming out to talk about their time and their memories with Dr. Wigwe, Herbert Wigwe, Doreen Wigwe, and Chizi Wigwe was really special. But for Mr. Aig-Imoukhiede, I thought this was very personal for him. He took this personally. He oversaw the activities, the events to ensure that these three had the highest honor when it came to their remembrance on this night. Nothing was spared. And you heard it through his speech, through his emotions. He couldn't hold back his tears and his emotions last night to tell them that he was there for them. And that truly is a treasure. You know, when people lose family members, at that time you really know who is for you and who's not for you.
Absolutely.
And to see the people who turned out last night, I was going to say to Tochi, that's Hannah in the middle, and David, that they should look around the room. They had hordes and scores of aunties and uncles who were willing to step into their parents' shoes. And why? Because their parents impacted their lives. And this is what legacy is. What you do today would pay off for you generations afterwards. No one knows what tomorrow holds. But just just to say it was a fitting tribute night. I am grateful that they continue to honor and respect the memory of all three of them. Yes. And of course, earlier in the morning, Bamofin Abimbola Ogunbanjo was also honored through a memorial by his family. Yes. 4 of them are treasures to Nigeria. And in the words of the president, they were a great light to this nation. And because Absolutely. Of how potent their light was, it can never be dimmed. Absolutely. It can never be shut off.
Absolutely. Again, may their souls continue to rest in peace. Herbert Wigwe was absolutely amazing in his contributions to Nigeria, the banking sector, and the community all across Africa and beyond is immeasurable. May their souls continue to rest in peace. To say the things he truly feels, another moment of one who lives. The record shows I took the world and did it more. We'll take another story now. The Akwa Ibom State Police Command has responded to a viral video of a pregnant motorist who was assaulted by a police officer allegedly linked to a third-party insurance check on February 1st. The viral footage captured the officer manhandling the pregnant woman, dragging her forcefully until she collapsed, sparking public outrage. Let's take a look at that video before we come back for a discussion.
Dear Chris. What's happening now? Dear Chris. What's happening now? Walk it out. So you don't want it? You want to kill yourself? Dear Chris. What's happening now? Dear Chris. What's happening now? Walk it out. So you don't want it? You want to kill yourself?
The Akwa Ibom State Police Command, they released a statement talking about misinformation. But of course, this has caused a lot of public outrage on social media. Dr. Abati, really quickly.
Okay. You recall that when the Inspector General of Police gave the directive that third-party insurance will be checked, for motorists, effective February 1, Muyiwa Adejobi, the first police PRO, issued a statement. He warned the public against misinformation. And his own point was that this should not be interpreted to mean that this is an attempt by the police to extort money from motorists. However, that was the fear of many Nigerians.
Absolutely.
That this would be an extortionist racket. Now, somewhere in that statement that Muyiwa Adejobi issued, he also said that the police will make sure that any officer that tries to extort money or harass or intimidate the public in asking for third-party insurance certificates will be disciplined appropriately, accordingly, by the Nigeria police. Now, it would seem to me that this particular incident, reported from Itam Police Division in Akwa Ibom State, should be a litmus test for the statement by the police, because this looks clearly like a case of harassment of a woman who is in that condition. I don't know what misinformation that the police command in Akwa
Ibom, I didn't understand that statement.
About.
Yes.
The reports, even by eyewitnesses, was that this was a pregnant woman, and her only offense is that she could not present, the third-party insurance. Now, would that justify her being dragged on the floor? I think that the police command at the federal level should cause an investigation into this particular matter to find out what exactly transpired, and whatever may have transpired, the policemen should not behave in this manner, because Absolutely. It's far away, from what they call standard operating procedure. There is nowhere in the police manual that they are given the right to drag pregnant women, to harass women, like to intimidate women. And it's not just even pregnant women. They should not harass anybody. If anybody resists the law, the thing is to arrest the person. Even if the person resists arrest, the police manual talks about very minimum force, dragging another man's floor on the floor.
Another man's wife.
Another man's wife on the floor.
Some other man's property.
Because you started by talking about the importance of wives.
How can you do that?
Now, this should be investigated, and the woman should press for charges.
Absolutely.
For assault and harassment.
Correct. The Akwa Ibom State Police Command was saying something about the matter has been resolved amicably, but did not. I don't know who resolved the matter. I mean, what is it? Let me just take this tweet and then I take your comment. This is from Ubong Abia, who wrote, "This is a matter between the Nigerian police and the rogue police officer. How can a trained police officer be that violent to a member of the public? A pregnant lady, he should be sacked, charged and jailed." Now, this resolved, I hope that is what it is. What did they resolve? Did they sack this man? Has he been jailed for assault? What really is going on? We need more.
What do you see? I always say this, culture will eat strategy for breakfast. The Nigerian police has a fundamentally flawed culture of constant harassment of citizens and individuals. I remember the day you brought that story, I knew, and I said that it was going to result to this. For them, they see it as a means of chop-chop. So no matter how much the police spokespeople speak, the foot soldiers on the ground will not be able to do anything. But how do you expect better from the Nigerian police? Have you seen the police college where they train these Nigerian police officers? People that they train in poverty and hunger will use power unnecessarily on people. And that's exactly what is happening. So please, human rights, CSOs and everything, I want you to get that woman a good lawyer. We are not agreeing to this settlement.
No.
People must go to court.
Correct.
The case must be charged to court.
Roll.
Heads must roll. We must feel the full wrong of the law.
I feel so bad.
And please, Nigeria police, stop this unnecessary check of third party. Like I said that time, there's an app, there's even a website that you can check the veracity of third party. It's there. It's the insurance companies that have put it together. Check it through there.
That's it.
And encourage people. That's just it.
Really? I mean,
so please, and the most important thing is, even if you see them that they don't have their, what is it called? Get their plate numbers down.
That is it.
Get their plate numbers. They should have a fine system for them that is very difficult. Like today, Oji, kudos to Lagos State. They are very apt on technology. If you have had an infraction of some sort, like you did not re-register your plate number on time, or you didn't pay for registration and everything, you had an infraction, they will send you a message with your plate number that you're owing them 20,000. If you do not make that payment, you will not be able to renew your plate number. That's what they should do as regards this. Not police jacking people on the road everywhere.
And why are they doing that? So much anger in the land, hunger, anger.
Yes,
why would you drag a woman that is pregnant? You are looking for money.
If anything happened to the baby,
we need to empower our society.
They have to sue them.
Really? I'm going to follow up on the story.
Assault on two. The baby inside of her and the woman.
Yes, we need to empower our society, really. I mean, speaking about empowering our society, Fidelity Bank launched a new facility for SMEs and entrepreneurs in the creative sector called the Fidelity SME Hub. The facility is set to provide those in the creative sector with networking and stakeholder engagement activities. Now, one of the features of the facility is the Creativerse, a well-equipped space for entrepreneurs in the creative industry. This is so amazing. And a fully fledged creative academy, which will cover courses on music production, business of music, website design, mobile videography, disc jockey, and photography. Ayo, isn't this such an amazing feat? I know that the managing director, who is Neka Onyeali-Ekpe, has talked about how the SME Hub is designed to foster innovation, collaboration, and capacity building. And I think that, you know, this sort of ecosystem is very healthy, especially, you know, through our creative sector. We have seen all of these people come back, like, you know, the Burna Boys and the Davidos, you know, engaging with the, you know, global elites, bringing back money to Nigeria. And I think that not just our government, we have private sector and the banks like this investing in such amazing innovation.
This is
I think it's so amazing. Really kudos to this. I think it's such a welcome development.
Absolutely.
Really.
I have to pay you know, tribute to, or kudos to Dr. Onyeali-Ekpe, who has led Fidelity Bank really well in the time when she's led as CEO MD. First of all, was the Food Bank Initiative, which I think they were nominated for during the These Day Awards in terms of their philanthropy. And I just love the direction in which this bank is going, especially tapping into what has been said to be the largely untapped creative sector in Nigeria. And I love it because they also align with this administration's priority areas. One of the areas that the president has talked about is creating jobs in the creative sector. In fact, they said 2 million jobs is the target, and they've, at the last FEC meeting, FEC meeting, they talked about the creativeverse, and we're going to put some money into that, invest in that, and to see the wide range. Usually, we just concentrate on music and film, but to see DJ, disc jockey, information technology, to see business of music, website design. These are some of the things that our young people can gain skills in to be able to work anywhere in the world from the comfort of their homes. So when we talk about unemployment, these are creative ways to think of how to, bridge that gap of unemployment here in Nigeria. So fantastic, I really love it, and people should check it out. It's
absolutely
really fantastic.
Kudos to Nneka Onyeli-Ikpe.
I think this should gladden the hearts of the various subscribers to Fidelity Bank. You recall that when Fidelity Bank sold its shares, it was 9 naira 75 kobo per share. That shareholding now has gone up to 20 naira per share.
I'm so happy I invested.
And you're an investor.
Of course. Hey,
so,
I'm an investor.
Investors like you should be glad that you are not just making profit. Your bank is giving back.
Yes,
bank that has proven itself to be one of the most innovative banks around under the leadership of Mrs. Onyeli-Ikpe. Now, this same bank, apart from this SME, did what they call Food Bank.
Yes, I remember
the Food Bank Initiative, which was also a way of giving back to society. Now they are doing SME Up, which is to promote creativity, but more importantly, to support small and medium-scale enterprises. I think it's an example, that should be emulated by other banks. It should not just be about, getting a better balance sheet. It is not just about, selling shares and recapitalizing. It's also about that interface between the banking community and also the people. Congratulations, investor OjyOkpe. Your money is working for you, and you are giving back to society through your bank.
You become Investor Sabinus.
Correct. I love Sabinus, by the way. Well, all right. Kudos to Fidelity Bank and Nneka Onyeli-Ikpe. Well, talking about employment, last week, the governor of Osun State, Ademola Adeleke, inaugurated and inducted 10,000 Osun youth into the Imola Youth Corps at a grand ceremony held at the Freedom Park, Osogbo. Adeleke said the occasion is a major highlight of his administration's push to address youth joblessness alongside other indirect steps to engage the youth across sectors.
Akọ́dá aṣẹ̀dá mẹ́ta ọlọ́wọ́ gbọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀ sí gbọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀ lọ́sẹ̀. Ọ̀yẹ́ mọ̀rọ̀ kù yẹ sábọ̀ bù síkú ọmọ bọ̀. Ẹlẹ́yin tí wọ́n ló bàbá mi sí gbẹ̀lú òun ní aṣọ ọ̀la o. Ọba lè mẹ́mọ̀ o, ọ̀lẹ́ lè mẹ́mọ̀ kí ibù o. Ọlọ́run mi, let's go. Èmi kò lè ṣe, kébí máa yí olùwà o.
I mean, dancing governor. He's not only dancing, he is doing... I needed to just show how excited he felt doing that.
Yeah. I've seen the power of things like youth calls like this, where they are brought together, a lot of skills is dispensed, a lot has helped them. Because many years ago, I think it was under Rauf Aregbesola then, I saw the Osun Youth Empowerment Scheme, which was an OES scheme. And I'm sure it's something of this nature where you give people skills and all of that. And it goes a long way. In fact, I remember doing some documentary to curate what was happening then, where with the essence of 10, 15,000 naira, you'll be shocked the long way this will go in their lives. And this is part of the scheme. You remember the time he also did the charity program where he gave hospital equipment and many other equipments to people in the States and all of that. Yes, all of those things are good. The only part that we should also now encourage him is how we can get more investors to the state so that people can actually have money in their hands.
Absolutely.
But he's been doing well. You know, a lot of people never give him a chance. Says a dancing governor. Yes, like he said in that interview, I think it was with you. He did that interview.
Yeah, my interview.
That dance is just really to, you know,
to attract people more to him
but
as well.
He has his eyes on the prize.
Absolutely.
And that's what we want. We are saying that governors should do more. We know they cannot do everything, but they should do more. When they do well, we praise them. When they don't do well, we say it also.
Absolutely. I mean, so far, 250,000 jobs have been created through this whole scheme. Really. Imole, congratulations. Ademola Adeleke.
How does he do it?
Imole.
Is it like this?
I'm trying to get refined. Imole. Well, all right. Again, congratulations, Osun State Governor. Well, let's head over now to Niger State, where the state's governor, Umar Bago, has yet again been captured in a video singing a Christian song. Umar Bago, who is Muslim, has won the hearts of many. Well, in this video, he was singing during the 60th birthday celebration of Archbishop Designate Isaac Idahosa over the weekend. Let's take a look.
The Spirit of the Lord come down.
This man, Ayo, you know this is not the first time that we've seen this man. I mean, it is so lovely to see Farmer Bago in the midst of the Christian congregation sing. I want to know his background. I feel like I have to go and do an interview with him to find out what really it is
that
he's
good,
singing
actually.
while he's Muslim. Ayo, quickly.
So this is what the true picture of what Nigeria used to look like, where there was religious tolerance. People weren't fighting or killing themselves because they believed in, you know, they chose to believe in something different. Now there's something about a leader coming out to do, you know, to make this kind of gesture. In the same way that the Kaduna State Governor would attend, you know, the carol service of Christians. Christmas carol. It shows there's something about it. Show leadership by example. It tells your people it is okay to not be Christian or be Muslim and still be tolerant and just accept people for what they believe in, not forcing them. So I thought that was really powerful for him, especially because Niger State has, you know, a huge chunk of Muslims, but also has a good Christian community as well. It speaks very well of him. He's saying he's doing the right things, and that's, you know, he's making a case for young people in governance. So well done. This is really beautiful.
Okay, two good things about
Umar Bago.
Governor Bago. I mean, it's, I think 50 years. He attended the Federal Government College, Jos. You know, that was where he finished from. And maybe when he was in Federal Government College, you know, Christianity and all that. And then, of course, he has about 3 master's degrees. He's been a member of the House of Reps. But to the specific subject that is before us, is the fact that he's promoting unity. He's promoting ethnic and religious tolerance as governor. And he did it 3 months ago when he attended the Christian Revival Assembly, where he also started by singing along, and the people were shocked and they joined him. And now at this birthday party, you know, he's also leading the praise worship session at that event. And, you know, this is what we talk about when we say religion should bring people together. The original meaning of religion is religare, that is to bind together. And here we have one governor who, you know, in his own community is doing everything possible to unite people by showing that we are all one. We worship one God. Really. And I think this is a thing that should be commended.
I love it.
And should be also emulated by other governors. The other thing he's doing is one of the governors investing heavily in agriculture. And we've been told that agriculture, you know, is what can rescue us because it's low-hanging fruit from which you can provide jobs, create opportunities for people, you know, rather than some of the long-term things that people dream about. So well done, Governor Bako. Keep singing. As for Governor Adeleke, well, Look, when he leaves office as governor,
yes.
I'm not too sure that he will have an issue. He will give Kwam a run for his money.
I asked him.
He can just form a band.
He said, never say never.
If I have an event, then they have to invite him to come.
He's more a dancer than a singer.
No, he sings too.
He sings, he
and
drums,
he beats
banjo.
Degree entertainer.
Yes, he's a very skillful.
We love it.
Yes.
But you know, that's what we're doing here. If you guys do good, the state governors will highlight you here and will continue to encourage you to engage with your community. I love that. Kudos, Umabago. We'll head over now to South Africa, where politician Julius Malema has come under fire after a video in which he used a chant known as was, which is historically linked to anti-apartheid movements, resurfaced online while billionaire businessman Elon Musk has called for sanctions against Malema, suggesting he be declared an international criminal. Here's the video.
Alliance, shoot to kill, Yamaza, kill the poor, the farmer, kill the poor, the farmer, brr, pa, brr, pa. Attention.
All right, kill the poor. I mean, critics argue that this video incites violence. Elon Musk calling for him to be sanctioned, calling him an international criminal.
Truth is, I don't pander to right-wing critics. Truth is, see, what is happening is, concerning that video, there's a group called AfriForum. It's a group of right-wing South Africans of, the Boer heritage and all of that, trying to fight for the rights of the white people of South Africa. They are taking him to court. The court had nullified that there was no way it was racially inciting. Elon Musk took the advisory of that group, the White AfriForum, and they started pushing it to Trump. Trump endorsing most of the things they're saying, and that's why he slammed those sanctions on South Africa. The leader of that group, Kiel, he was said to have said in an interview that apartheid is not a crime against humanity. So those are the kind of people Trump supports. People that openly say that apartheid is not a crime against humanity. Formerly, they have been lobbying right-wing groups all over the world, but finally their man, Elon Musk, is there. People that originally came to take the land. And the land that the farmers are claiming is not originally theirs. It was when the Dutch first came to the Cape of Good Hope because they were trading, that's when they encroached on the land of African people there. And there's a policy to be able to bring about justice. The white people still predominantly own the land. They fought the Boer War with the British over land that is not theirs. So let us get it straight. But Elon Musk, because of the power he has in the world now, keep pushing all of this propaganda against the black South African people. And this is wrong.
All right, we're going to continue to follow up on these stories.
Well, racism should be condemned.
Immediately.
Whether it is against whites or against blacks.
Absolutely.
Hate must be condemned.
Absolutely.
No to racism.
No to racism and no to anything that tries to incite violence at the end of the day. Today I wanted to take the story of Donald Trump and Meghan Markle saying he's going to forgive Harry and not deport him. I'll bring that tomorrow. But I'd love to thank you all for your great analysis as always on What's Trending. Well, that's all I have for you guys on What's Trending today. I'll see you all tomorrow.